Assalamu alaikum guys, I'm Laura. Today I'll be showing you my journey to Islam, so please stick around to watch this video and go grab yourself a tea and let's have a friendly little chat. Thanks for joining me guys. So we're just sitting in my beautiful garden today. I'm just sitting next to our passion fruit tree we just planted. And I wanted to talk to you about my journey and my path to Islam because I think it's important to me and one of the best things that ever happened to me, alhamdulillah. And I took this journey into discovering myself and what I believed in when I was about 15. I mean, throughout my life I've always wondered, if there is a God, or what happens after we die, and what's our purpose in life. I've always had that, that thought that came across my mind at a young age. But we're in a society where we're distracted with many things that we don't have to think about those things, or I never got brought up to think about those things. So I went to different things. My family's Buddhist, so we went to the temple a lot and everything like that, but we never got brought up to know in depth what our religion was about. I mean, I knew the basics of Buddhism, but it just didn't really, my heart didn't feel content with it, and I was still on that journey of self-discovery for myself. So I wanted to feel content with my life and myself. And I know that's pretty silly at a young age to, trying to find fulfillment in your life, because you're so young, and people always tell you you're young, you have your whole life. But what about if you don't? What about if you need to find your happiness and your bliss now? So I hanged around with a group of friends, and if you're watching, shout out to you girls, because without you girls I would have never even understand what Islam or Muslims are. So in the beginning I thought Muslims were a group of Arabs basically. So please forgive me, but that's just what I thought the religion was before I became Muslim. So so sorry if I offend anyone. So I thought it was a group of Arabs, but then one month my group of girls, they were fasting. So I was like, why are you girls fasting? And then they were like, it's Ramadan. So we fast in the month of Ramadan, and we break our fast, we we purify ourselves from our sins, and do all these good deeds. I was like, wow, that sounds incredible. That sounds amazing. Like at the time I was so curious in the religion, or the month that these girls sacrifice. So they're like, hey, why not, would you like to join us, would you like to partake or participate and see what it's all about? So I did. So I fasted with my friends, and I went over their houses a lot, and everyone was sharing food, everyone was praying together, it was just such a happy month, Ramadan. And I'm really glad that I got to know the religion that way. I got to, Allah allowed me to see the beautiful side to the religion, in the month of Ramadan. And I felt so blessed that I could be a part of my friends' families, gatherings and everything like that, and seeing everything that happened. So after that, after I graduated and everything like that, I still pondered, and I wasn't ready to take my oath. So it happened in 2012 that I first took my oath at the Auburn Masjid in Sydney. Mashallah, beautiful masjid I have ever seen, and wow, and such a truly amazing place. Seriously, you just go there and you just completely feel at peace. So if you were in Sydney or you ever get to go, check out the Auburn Masjid. It's just breathtaking, mashallah. So I'm really glad that I got to go to the Auburn Masjid and got to take my oath to Islam. So I took my shahada there, and it was just such a happy experience. The first thing, honestly, that happened to me in part of my life. I finally felt I found myself again. I just felt like I had purpose and meaning to my life, and that I had God in my life, and that He's always going to be there to listen to your problems, and grant you whatever you ask, and always gonna send you many blessings, and you can always turn to him and, you know, have that meaning and purpose. Like I just felt so enriched now, and I felt so like my life was so much better now that Allah is in it. So I'm Muslim. I've been Muslim now for 5 years in June, June this year, so I'll be 5 years, yay. And so I'm still learning, and I'm still you know, I'm still not perfect, and I still, you know, try to do the best that I can. And you know, yeah, so after I took my oath, they gave me my little Muslim pack, got my, you know, my prayer mat, which I still have, and my scarf and different materials to read and everything like that. So it was simple as that. So obviously it took me a few years to you know, gain or to seek more information about Islam until my heart grew fond of the religion. And then when I was ready, I took it because I just felt like it was the right time for me. So if there's any sisters out there, if you ever feel like you know, you've always pondered on if you've ever pondered on wanting to become Muslim or wondering what Islam is all about, I do you know, recommend you just, you know, ask a friend or go to a masjid. I'm sure there's going to be some friendly sisters or anyone that's gonna help you and help you discover what our religion is all about. It's just about me sharing my personal journey to Islam and anyone that is also trying to find themselves. So this is one of the most happiest, you know, moments that I've had in my life. So I know I mentioned that a few times. So how it's changed my life. I was never really a family person, so I think I grew closer with my family, especially, you know, my parents, because I've always, like, I've never liked to spend time with my family ever. In the past, I would always try to find an excuse, like, not to spend time with my family. Like, I thought, you know, just having family time is stupid. But, you know, the religion also teaches you to, you know, treat your parents with respect and always put your family first, foremost. So that's something that I worked on. I worked on my relationship with my parents 100%, and I still do, even though, you know, sometimes parents, like with your parents, I know sometimes you butt heads or maybe you have a good relationship, but you know, what family is perfect? So I really try to work on my relationship with my parents, and I think without Islam I would have never been this close to my family ever. I've gone to a family gathering, so I think that's one thing that's changed my life. And also just being more aware in my prayers. Like, I always pray. I do my you know, my 5 daily prayers, and that has really allowed me to come at peace with myself and center myself when I've had such a tough day, or I'm about to do something that I'm not proud of, or anything like that. Or if I'm stressed, I love that I can just you know, purify myself, just wash myself and start praying, and then after that I am relaxed, I'm at peace, and I have a clear head, and you know, Allah, he's listened to me, and I can show my appreciation to Allah that way. So I think that's really changed my life, prayer and building my relationship with family, and just being more aware of doing the right thing. I think that's what that's the important ones that have really changed my life with the religion. My struggles and overcoming them. I think my main struggles would be, sorry guys, I'm filming just with no tripod or anything. I'm just like literally holding my camera, so my arm's really sore, so I'm really sorry if it's blurry at any point. I think the main struggles would be at first when you know, I was advised to wear the hijab and I didn't understand why. I took off my hijab on and off throughout the years, bearing in mind in the beginning when I became Muslim in the first 2-3 years, I was very much alone. I will be honest, I was very much alone, so that was really tough. All I had was my husband, and I didn't have Facebook at the time, but once I joined Facebook, I discovered a whole nother community. There was one sister that reached out to me. Went to you know, convert meeting groups in Perth, Australia, shout out, And it was great. It opened a whole new door to other sisters, and I made some new friendships, and and it was great. If it wasn't for if it wasn't the sister who took initiative to create a support group for convents, then I would have never felt like I had that support and had that opportunity to meet other new converts as well. So but in the end, even though I had my struggles, I still got to meet some sisters. But yeah, the main one was my hijab. Like, I didn't understand at the beginning, like, why do I have to cover myself? It was a huge thing to jump from A to B straight away, and like, I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel it had to be right. Like, if I was going to wear the hijab, it had to be right. I had to understand why I had to wear it, and I had to make sure that my intentions were there. So I made sure that I understand the whole story and meaning why women in Islam choose to cover themselves. First and foremost, it's a choice. It's not because a man tells you. So that's what two things that some of my colleagues or friends confused with, that you're wearing it for your husband. I was like, no, it's a choice. It's basically covering yourself and maintaining that modesty for God. So it's not just that, and it's also in your attitude, your behavior, and in your manners and the way you speak to others and how you act. That's also part of modesty as well. So it's not just about covering you up. Anyone can cover themselves, but they can have the worst attitude, and you know what I mean. So just because you wear the hijab, it doesn't mean that you're perfect. Like, everyone struggles as much as I do. So forgive me if I say anything that offends you, or if there's anything that I mentioned that is incorrect. Please correct me nicely down below. But otherwise, this is just my personal experience, so I'm still trying to learn about myself and the religion along the way. So if there's any useful information you like to share, any other sisters that have more experience than I am, then please comment down below, because I'm sure you won't be just helping me, you'll be also helping other sisters that struggle with their religion and themselves. So yeah, advice those that are thinking of converting. So my humble sisters, if you are pondering about converting to Islam, listen to your heart. Take a moment to sit in the masjid. If you have any Muslim friends, perhaps ask your friends to talk to you and to help share information with you, and get as much information as you can and see where that leads you to. And I promise you that there will be something that will make your heart open up to the religion, inshallah. So try to get as much support as you can and much information from any Islamic gatherings, or try to attend one or a lecture, and I hope that it opens up your eyes to the faith, and there's something that draws you to it that you could relate to or enjoy, inshallah. So that would be my advice. And you're never in it alone. I mean, I gotta admit, sometimes I do feel like sometimes we go through things alone, but that's only because God is testing us to rely on Him and become closer to Him, and trust our process, and just trust His plans and everything. Well, there's always something good that comes out of it in the end, and we just have to trust the process mainly. And I think that's all I wanted to talk to you today. I hope it's quite short, and a summary of how I converted for you guys. As I was saying, I'm still learning, and on my 5th year, and inshallah, all my converts out there, mashallah, and may we all, one thing we must do is all unite as sisters and support each other and uplift each other. One sister told me, shout out. And there's no need to compete or put each other down. I do not support bullying, and I feel like sometimes there's always expectations on convert sisters to be perfect right away, but you know, there's no such thing as a perfect human being, guys. So please bear in mind that everyone struggles in their own ways, and please be patient with others, or please just, you know, give them a kind word. There's no need to put each other down, and let's just, you know, carry each other to success. And if there's anyone that has wronged you in any way, just forgive them and move on. You know, let's just live in harmony, let's move together in peace, and may we love each other for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Thank you for listening to my first video on my YouTube channel, and inshallah I'll bring out more. If there's any videos you'd like to see, please comment below, or if you have any questions or like to share any information with me, please comment below. Assalamu alaikum, have a great day.